I'm sick, so I'm not putting much effort into this, but I thought I would just do a quick little PSA about bees because it's springtime, so they'll be coming out soon, and most people are afraid of bees. So, and also I just saw this really cute video of Obama, like President Obama reading Where the Wild Things Are" to a bunch of children, and they freak out because this bee flies around in the area, and he's like, no, bees are good, chill out, type deal, and they're all screaming. Anyways, bees are your friend. Bees are vital for survival of everything. They are extremely important, and they won't hurt you unless you attack them or their hive or make them feel that they or their other bee friends or their home is threatened. Because a bee can only sting you once and then it's dead. So it's obviously not going to sting you if you aren't, doing anything to make it feel threatened. And bees, they pollinate flowers, and also it's been found there's a lot of cures, actually. I recently tried to find the article or something. I think I read something about how the bee, whatever, I don't want to say venom or toxin because it just causes some irritation and swelling, but the stuff that's in a bee sting, they're actually finding that it might help with, I think it was HIV treatments. I should have looked that up before I started making the video, but that just popped up while I was making it. Anyways, so without bees, all the rest of all the other life on Earth would crumble, because the thing is, it's circle of life, right? So the plants rely on the bees to pollinate, which they need to survive. And if you have a house plant, actually with flowers especially, you should, I remember Mom doing this when I was a kid, you take a Q-tip or something and kind of like, do the pollen between all the flowers, or else the plant's gonna not survive very well. Anyways, so, and then honey, actually, they create honey, and honey is fantastic. It has all sorts of curative things, and it's, people with diabetes, they can have it, and it's a sweet thing, and honey is really super good for you, all this other stuff. And so basically plants need it, need bees to survive, and then herbivores need plants to survive, and carnivores need herbivores to survive. So they are vital for the circle of life, and again, they're not going to hurt you unless they feel extremely threatened. So if there is a bee around and you're afraid of it, just freeze up and don't move, and it will just fly right by you. And actually, something that you should do, because bees, they work very hard, and you might have heard the thing about how their wings shouldn't technically be able to allow them to fly. So they get very tired, obviously, from the flying with these tiny little wings, and sometimes they will just pass out from exhaustion. So if you see a bee on the ground, and it might not be dead, it might just be passed out from exhaustion, and it can't get any water to, get some energy. So you can get a spoon with some water in it, and maybe put a little bit of sugar just to, give them some energy, and just put it near the bee so that it can drink, a little bit of water. And something you should set up in your backyard is a little bowl or something with some stones in it, and put some water so that they can rest on the stones and drink it, because they can't just like go to a deep thing of water and try to drink it, because they need to be sitting on something to drink. They can't just like fly and drink, and they need the water, obviously, just like every other living thing needs water. And that'll help your bee population in your area, because there is an issue of the bees the dying or whatever. If you can help them in any way, they are vital to everything, as I've said multiple times. So try to help them out like that. I'm going to be setting up a bowl like with the stones and everything else in my backyard, so that they can get some water to drink. And then another thing, the fuckers you gotta hate are the wasps and the hornets and the black jackets and yellow jackets and all this other stuff. Those fuckers can sting you 1 billion times and not die, and they will just sting you for no good fucking reason. I'm saying this from personal experience, because one time, the first time I got stung by a wasp, I was like 7 or 8, and I just rung the doorbell to my friend. To my friend's house, because I wanted to ask her to play, and I was just standing there, and I had, don't remember why I was carrying it, but I had been a pumpkin for Halloween the previous year, and, the little head thing with the little, like, sprout and like the foam vine, so it wasn't even like a little bit of a real plant, it was all made out of foam. Anyways, I was holding it like in one hand, and I was just kind of had my hands near each other, and all of a sudden I feel this pain, and this wasp is stinging me like right there for no good fucking reason. I was standing very still. I was waiting patiently for my friend to come to the door, because like the mom had answered and whatever, and she's like, oh, okay, I'll go get her, and everything else. So I was standing there, and I'm like, ow, my hand is really hurting, and I was like, the hell's that? And I look, and there's this fucking wasp stinging me, and I was trying to shoo it away to get it to stop stinging me, but no, it had to do its full sting before it flew away. And I'm allergic to bug bites even, and I'm better now, but when I was a kid it was really bad. Like one time I got a mosquito bite right here, my eye was all swollen, I couldn't open it and everything else. So obviously with a wasp sting, it's gonna be, my hand, I got like a sting there, my whole hand was so swollen that my fingers would be spread like this, and the skin would be touching, and it was like a big balloon, like you know, you blow up a glove, except the fingers were just as swollen, so that sucked. And the other time I got stung by a wasp was, I was just lying on the beach, lying on my stomach, and a freaking wasp stung the bottom of my foot. I wasn't moving, I was like half asleep, and the fucking wasp stung the bottom of my foot. And so wasps are assholes. They don't contribute nearly as much to, I don't want to say society, but nature, life on Earth, you know, that sort of stuff. And they'll sting you for no good fucking reason. I hate wasps. like the whole, like, oh, just stay still and they won't sting you. No, the 2 times I've been stung by a wasp, I was still as fuck. I wasn't moving at all. So, luckily with the second one, since it only got into the callus layer, because I was the type of kid who ran around barefoot all the fucking time, so I had, a lot of calluses. Like, it was like the next year, too. It was pain in the ass. So it was kind of, I had to walk, it was in my heels, so I had to walk on the ball of my foot for like a week. So, but it wasn't too swollen because it had got trapped in the callus layer, and it couldn't penetrate it very well. But yeah, that fucking, I hate wasps. So yeah, bees are cool, help them out any way you can, and if you're afraid of them, that's okay, just don't move, but do put some water for them, because seriously, they have the whole of life on Earth on their shoulders. You gotta help them out. So, thanks for watching. Oh, and something else that's just cool, like people are against beekeepers and whatever, but the thing is that beekeepers keep them safe from predators, and they actually have a much easier life than normal bees, because they don't have to worry about their hive falling, all this other stuff. And they've come up with this new thing, so they don't even have to disrupt the bees when they're getting the honey, because the honey there's this machine that'll take the honey, they'll just pour it into a cup. You just gotta like turn on the hose or whatever. It's really cool. So they don't even have to like disrupt the bees, like taking their freaking hive out and then like getting the honey out. No, they just do that and they get the honey. It's awesome. So yeah, fucking bees are awesome, dude. And they're cute little fluffy things. I love bumblebees because they're so fluffy. Anyways, thanks for watching.